Yeah, that's your break.
Yeah.
Boom. Shot. Or going for fucking Snakebook, bruv. Snakebook.
Yeah.
Them man are at it. And people are actually surprised. Why the fuck they surprised?
I know.
Bro, social media was designed for the very fucking purpose
Exactly.
of getting in man's business, and you thought they weren't monetizing that shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's called media. That's how
Bro.
the idea of media is to make money from advertising revenue. So people are surprised that they're selling data lists to like marketing companies and kind of things. But then it's like, you may have noticed, and some people didn't notice, you'll be having a conversation on your phone, yeah? And then you'll scroll through your Instagram and something very pertinent to that conversation pops up.
If you Google anything, the ads pop up on your Facebook, the cookies and that.
Yeah.
Bruv, man are always trying to sell you something.
They're
using your information to sell you shit, blood.
Of course.
It's capitalism, innit?
Of course.
So when these man are surprised, cuz everything in society is built for the purpose of either knowing where the fuck you are and what you're doing, or what you want so they can sell it to you, bruv. You know what I mean?
Or seeing how you think enough so they can suggest to you what you might want. Because this is the thing, is the evolution.
Because it's trends, blood.
Yes, it's trends. And also we've gone from this evolution of capitalism to consumerism.
Yep.
Where you could argue in a free market that the supply was to meet demand.
Yeah.
Whereas now they supply the demand.
Yep.
So it's not a question of we can give you what you want for a price. It's like, we're going to tell you what you want, then we'll sell it to you for a price.
Well, there you go. So
Yeah,
when man are actually surprised, bro, I just got to laugh at these idiots, you know, because I'm just like, listen, everything that the whole thing was developed for, and even when you look at like fucking Oyster cards, contactless, all that, you think that was made for convenience? That was made, that's a fucking tracking device.
Tracking you, yeah.
But you think that the police and the government ain't got shares in all this shit?
Of course, that's why I don't tap sometimes, you know, because they don't need to know everywhere that I
Bro,
go.
they want to know everywhere you are, where you went. They know every journey that you've made, bruv. And because they've attached it to your bank card, it's not like an Oyster card where they're like, oh, register your Oyster. No, you can use your bank card, bruv.
Yeah.
Because when you use your bank card, blood, they know that it's you.
Exactly.
You can't be like, it ain't me, because why do you say it was stolen?
Exactly. And now, because they can cross-reference it with biometrics, every time they know when your thumbprint is now linked to your money. So how far we are from like the Orwellian future that we all was all scared of in like 1999 when we were talking about like all Illuminati conspiracy theorists and V-chips and things. It's like, if you can do commercial exchange or financial exchanges with your thumb or your eye or through facial recognition, we're not that far off.
Well, there you go, innit? And that's what I mean. So when people are surprised that Facebook be doing that shit, bruv, they've been doing it on a micro level every single fucking day, blood.
For years.
For years.
For years.
And you man thought that they weren't making more money from it other than just advertising, because advertising alone is what a lot of people make money from. Even when I'm making my YouTube videos and that, YouTube don't pay me. A man gets paid for advertising.
But YouTube will get paid.
And YouTube will get paid an enormous amount regardless.
Yeah, you're not getting none of that.
The only money I make is from ads.
And that's crazy. Because the crazy thing is, this is YouTube's entire business model is their advertising revenue, but their product is not even made by them.
Well, there you go.
So
they're making money from nothing, essentially.
But that's always been the shift in humanity, that, again, we're all sitting here fighting amongst ourselves, complaining about lack of resources, blaming each other. But then we've moved to this point where because we talk about like millennial stuff like that, but for me it's always like Generation U, where you got like, it's that YouTube, and then you got like Insta, and then like, even if you think about like SoundCloud and stuff, where essentially we are doing all the legwork to, I guess, entertain ourselves.
Yep.
Even if you look at like X Factor and Britain's Got Talent and like Pop Idol, whatever, it's essentially, you've all paid for a TV license, but then now you're turning around and paying, we're providing our entertainment because it's all reality and we're entertaining ourselves. Then it's even more mad because some people will be like, oh, why are we paying a TV license, blah, 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 blah. But then, brother, how many of you paying a TV license? The money that's earned by a TV station, it's just in an advert break for like Saturday night prime time.
Yeah, you don't even need to be paying that.
But you don't even need to be paying that. But you should probably be asking about that, because if we're the ones going on the TV and providing the content, because we're the normal Joe Public who's going on, Joe or Jane Public's going on stage and doing all the performances and adding to all the drama and creating all the suspense and all the through all the edits and stuff, or even Gogglebox, we'll just watching other people watch TV.
But there you go, it's lazy, bruv.
But they're earning,
but they're earning, and we're not.
And we're providing all the entertainment, and it's just yeah, it's mad, and it's just dumb that people would be surprised that they didn't think Facebook would exist with some commercial interest for somebody. Why do you think it's always been updated? Why do you think Apple was even like, if you don't update, which allows us
there
to
you
do
go,
this,
then we're going to crash your phone.
Crash your phone.
You know
for
what I'm
you.
saying,
It's mad.
brother? And Fuckerberg's been real quiet.
That's what I'm
You know what I mean?
saying.
You can't find him nowhere.
Same as Alexa. You think Alexa, this idea, I can ask it a question and then it stops listening. You think it's waiting for you just to ask? It's taking in.
Alexa's
it's taking
listening to all your conversations, what you're talking about, who you're talking about, and it's doing shit. Because Alexa doesn't just say, how does Alexa know when you're going to talk? It doesn't. That means it's always fucking listening.
Exactly. Because it doesn't know you can. Yeah, and Siri as well.
And Siri, just because I didn't press that button down, that don't mean a bitch ain't listening.
Yeah, and not just that, you can't take the battery out of an iPhone, so you never know when it's off.
Yep.
The camera, whenever you look at your phone, because even if you're not doing a selfie, you're still looking at your phone. There is a viewfinder on the front of your phone. So then you have all these social networks where they're suggesting, face fills. Now, anyone that's ever done a filter on Instagram and stuff or anything like that, you can see where the little triangles start forming on the face.
Yeah.
Facial recognition software.
Yeah. So that means it's operating at all times.
That's what I'm saying. And this is the thing this is why the scariest thing for me is when people started hyping about face swap.
Yeah.
If at this low level they can swap somebody's face.
Yeah.
But now we're living in this world of like post-digital, post-Patriot Act, post-like surveillance, post-like war and terrorism. How hard is it going to be to take someone's face, put it on someone else's face that's engaging in some kind of criminal or terrorist activity, and then convince us to give away more freedoms or legislate against, another group of people? Based on that, that's how easy it can. That's how easy it can be.
That's what they do, brother. It's just like everyone knows, like with CCTV and that. If them man want all access to all they need to do is just one little bug, false flag, and all of a sudden, everyone's scared. Yeah, we're gonna hack into all the CCTV. Give us all your fucking CCTV. Them man do it all the time.
Yeah,
you know the ones there, but now they don't have to do it because your phones and everything is showing them everything they need to know anyway.
Before everyone was like, it's a nanny state and it's a big brother and it's Orwellian, but people are willing to volunteer the information.
Man are voluntarily saying, look where I am. Look what I'm doing.
This is who I'm with.
You know what I'm saying?
This is who I'm
and then they're using hashtags of locations that they're at, or they're fucking, they're checking themselves into places so people know where you are, what you're doing,
who you're with, what you ate, where you ate it at. And the thing is that even I fall for that because that's what remember you have to put all this information in for data capture for you to get stuff like Wi-Fi. So everyone wants to get online and get that bandwidth. So now you surrender all this information and it's being stored by somebody.
All over
and then you wonder why you're sitting down and you get a phone call because you've been in an accident for PPI.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I've been getting bare with them phone calls more recently.
I think to yourself, I swear I was ex-directory. So,
bruv, more recently, I keep getting these phone calls. You block a motherfucker and another one comes, blood.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Like this, if we're talking about like, in terms of like warfare and stuff, I guess cyber warfare is that's gonna be the new frontier, and they know everything, and people are like, why would they sell it for money and sell your information for money? Of course they will.
It's worth a lot of money. Man are rigging elections and them things. Bruv, listen, as a president, or even as a PM or whatever, if you know what everyone's emotionally thinking, because really and truly, them man pander to emotions when it comes election time, innit? That's all it is. Yeah. Do you know a lot of people vote emotionally when they're angry? Yeah. So if you know what everyone's tweeting, what everyone's angry about, of course you're going to put that in your fucking campaign. Why not? You know what I mean? If you know that 2 million people are angry about fucking, or they're racist or whatever, and they're angry about fucking immigration or whatever, bruv, you're going to say that in. Why would you not add that into your campaign?
And also it's funny as well because the UK is one of the places that's one of the weird nations on the earth with a high level of technology, G14 and all that, but you can't vote on your phone.
Yeah, of course you can't.
And the thing is, if you are getting access to like stories and humanitarian or global stories outside of mainstream media's narrative, then that's probably a problem for them because you're seeing the world that they're trying to hide from you.
Well, there you go.
But then you can't vote accordingly.
But that's what I always said to them. I was like, bruv, the reason why is because, again, they don't want you to vote. They're not trying to make it convenient for you.
Yeah.
Because why would they make all these things convenient for you, giving you this fucking, you don't need cash.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
use your card, all these things for convenience. But then, when it's cold and it's raining outside, and I don't want to go to a fucking polling station and stand up like this, why can't I vote from my phone for convenience?
Because if you can bank on your phone, and how important does banking take over your life?
Bro,
or the food
you
in
can
your
book
phone?
a flight and put your passport details in on your phone.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? But you can't vote on your phone. Why is that?
Yeah, you can send a picture of your face to go and get yourself like a debit card.
Absolutely.
So why can't you be involved in political discourse through your phone when you can stream everything from Facebook Live and stuff and everyone can technically be plugged in?
Well, there you go, bruv. So obviously, there's a reason why these people are doing these things. But people ain't clicking, they're not clocking onto it, and they think that this Facebook thing is news, blood.
Yeah.
You fucking, when they give you that big bullshit terms and agreements, blood, it's probably in there, fam.
Yeah,
it's just that you ain't reading it.
Yeah,
you just click OK, cuz.
Most people won't read it, and then or what Facebook can do is probably suggest a story that throws you off the scent.
That's it.
I mean, it's just when you start like picking up the trail, and the trail starts to warm up, they'll just be like, oh, by the way, like puppies and puppies and look at my
karma fail.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, exactly, straight
Bruv,
away. Yeah.
them man love to throw you off the scent.
Yeah. You know
They love it.
exactly. Bully gets his own. You know what? And or like look at this dumb thing that Donald Trump said, and like this is a mash of all of them, and it keeps you distracted because so far as media, it's like the model of like you being framed.
Yeah, but they love to throw you off the scent, bruv. That's what they done
you've been
with
framed
the
as one
whole
of the best
Salisbury
models
thing. You got, Theresa May smudding the woman, yeah. Meanwhile, we're going to take your fucking school meals. You know what I mean? But they're just on the side.
Yeah.
That's what them man always do, man. They give you something to kind of throw you off from what the real fucking agenda is.
Yeah, and every time they suggest surveillance, they'll just be like anti-terrorism. Everybody be like, yeah, okay, it's fine. Why don't you say so?
But there's no better time to suggest
if Muslims are using Facebook, then blah, blah, then yeah, it's fine. Whatever's fine. But the funny thing is that it's really, for a long time, most groups that weren't able to be involved in like normal media narratives, that's why they use like chat rooms, and that's why they use social media. So really, you're the ones that's intruding on their sides, because like whether it's the gay community or whether it's the Muslim community, they've had to use stuff outside of normal communication in order to talk to each other. So you're egging up in their world, but it's just it's just kind of nuts to see that people are surprised by, you know.
But there's no better time to be talking about all this surveillance shit than after something peak happens, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why when certain things happen and people are like, oh yeah, it's conspiracy and that. No, it's not, bruv. Because when these tragic things happening, all of a sudden, there's always an automatic response.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Straight after. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, bruv.
And not just that. Like, we're at a point now where, you think about it again, this is what I'm saying, like, even if we look at the technology plus the kind of phenomenon of social networking, you know, people could upload like a Fitbit and like, I ran this many miles and my heart rate was this much. So if you got that data and you can cross-reference someone's like rhythm of their heart or their patterns versus a tragedy. So you think about it, it's like, this was my heart rate when this happened and this is be connected. So now, we don't know what else they're measuring. So then when a tragedy happens, then they can basically monitor your vitals and how you respond to it. So essentially they're getting an idea of how far can we push these people on average? Like how hungry can we make them based on this data without them revolting? How can we manipulate them?
Bro, it's that deep, blood. Everything you do is being monitored in some way, even that fucking Fitbit.
Yeah.
You know them ones there?
Because you're volunteering information about your body to the point where Apple will know if you're going to have a heart attack before you do.
Real talk.
They'll know your life expectancy when you don't even know it.
Real talk. It's how hard can we fuck these people?
Because if you need to be told when to climb stairs, then you're already lost. That's how I feel, innit? Like, it's time for because that's what these things do. They say, it's time to do some more walking. If you need to be told when to walk by a computer at your big age, then I feel we may have already lost.
Yeah, just be like, fat boy, keep it moving.
You know what I mean? And
it's just mad. It's just absolutely mad, bruv. Like, when you actually think about it, look how much information the average person, just gives away and they don't know where the fuck it's going.
No idea.
Yeah, have no idea. And you think that these fucking crooks are not monetizing it? Are you high?
Of course.
Like, how is this news to you? Yeah. People are like, oh, I'm going to delete my Facebook. Even if you do, it doesn't matter.
They've got it anyway.
They've got it anyway,
and they've probably got the picture you're tagged in as well. So.
Bruv, they've got every picture you're tagged in. Anything that you've shared with a friend, you can't get rid of. It's already in their database.
Yeah, and that's, you know what I mean? That's the problem, man, is that, it's definitely giving the rope for people to hang
themselves
socially.
I had Facebook from when it first came around because my sister was living in New York at the time. So as soon as it hit America, we used it as a way to communicate with my sister because it was too expensive to be ringing my sister in New York. Yeah, man grew up poor. Yeah, exactly. So we used to communicate via Facebook. And
it's free and cheaper than getting a phone card as well.
So I got Facebook when, like before most of the people in the UK got it because I didn't have no friends to add. It was just me and my sister. We just used to communicate that way. Yeah. And then when Facebook caught on and it started popping, you know what I mean? That's when man had it. So I've had Facebook, like I've got a fucking Hotmail account, bruv.
Me too.
You know, on my Facebook, blood. That's how you know how old that shit is.
Me too.
Man had Hotmail. I had my MSN Messenger.
Yeah, you know the ones there, it was synced up with it and that.
Bruv, so because I had my MSN
crazy.
fucking email on Facebook, that's how long I've had it. Them man have got so much data about me. I could delete it tomorrow. It's not gonna make a fucking difference,
bruv.
Listen, Facebook went through puberty with me, blood.
This is what I'm saying.
Facebook knows everything about me.
Facebook
knows when I got my first whisker on my face. Facebook knows everything.
And the thing is, they can use that against you as well. And it's not even just for commercial use, but they're basically working out just where the zeitgeist is always going, and they can do it, market it accordingly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So them man are keeping an eye on every trend, everything that you're pissed off with, everything that you like, dislike, comment on, and these man are feeding it to you. And that's why a lot of the time it's just like with Twitter as well. Like you're just seeing the same shit all the time.
Yeah.
And it lulls you into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Because you think that everyone on here pretty much thinks the way you think.
Yeah. And then obviously once you get that opposition, you're so opposed to it because you're not used to people having an opposing view to you that we effectively are massively separated, more than we've ever been. And this is the thing, social media, this is the whole paradox of it, is that
you're supposed to bring us closer together.
Bring us close together, but now we're just finding more and more ways to categorize ourselves, whether it's along racial lines or religious lines, or like even in terms of our gender, because people's like, I'm non-binary, so we're working so hard on what gives us distinct and what narrative we can have with people like us instead of what brings us together, that really social media exists as the opposite. It's more of a division thing. It's like, even for me, it's always like, when I go onto an Instagram page and someone's like, oh, you love to watch, and then their profile will be private. And I think, well, if you're that concerned about privacy, the best example would be just not to be in the first place. And then you could just liaise with your close friends and not to have it. But this is the attitude we have, is like, look at me, but don't look at me.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. You're looking at me, but don't look at me. I know you want to look, but don't look. Hey, make sure you don't look. I don't want you to look. And that's just the mentality that we have. And we're also so used to just giving up our ghost to the machine as well, that it's not surprising that we always have this political impotence, even though we're like, our government's a shit and blah, blah. Well, it's a democracy, so we're still within the power to change it. But now, we've now had this learned behavior now.
We've surrendered so much power.
We've surrendered so much power where, not even the power, but what we consider to be powerful isn't powerful. So now, we're in this state of mind where I can go online, express my political views or my political, or political dissent. I have people that will oppose me and be like, oh, you're chatting shit and blah, blah, and I can compete. And for some reason, we feel vindicated by the fact that we've had a conversation online when really in the real world, absolutely nothing about our state has changed. You can go online and be like, my manager's a dickhead, and your friends will be like, oh, yeah, tell me what happened, yeah, blah, blah, they don't deserve you, blah, 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 blah. And you get that one little dopamine release because you feel vindicated and you feel validated.
You go back to work.
But you go back to work and nothing's changing.
And you're on the tills.
Yeah, nothing is changing. People will help you out in a breakup and stuff, but then you're still by yourself.
That's it.
When everyone's like, oh, you can do better, and you're the best, and I'll be there for you. But even that gesture, because they can do it online, is that even people say, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. Is there anything I can do? As long as it doesn't involve anything outside of this keyboard, because
that's it,
that's the real response. That if there's anything I can do for your family that doesn't involve my thumbs on a screen, then I can't help you. But if it involves me clicking on something you did, I'm here for you, bro. And it's just we've just given up our ghost to the shell, man. And now it's been sold back to us. And I was speaking to a friend recently who's kind of just like, it's just humanity. It's just moving to another plane of existence, man. And existing online. And, you look at it, there's a lot of people that kind of thrive online. Like someone like Katie Hopkins, it's never going to be executively involved in any kind of political movement or grassroots movement to empower the white working class or to empower the disenfranchised that she's supposed to defend from the right wing. It's never going to be involved. But she can always provide morality. It's like morality porn. You know what I mean? It's like morality porn. She's just gonna try and incentivize the tut brigade, isn't it? But people are just like, oh, I would never say that, but someone said it, so I can project my sense of morality onto her. But at a push, she'll share a lot of the same views. And Kate Hopkins, if it wasn't for social media, she should have fallen into obscurity. She has no products or any ingenuity to offer the business world or the world at large, but now you can be a pundit, and then if opinions are like assholes, which is the saying, then she's just basically an effective sewage worker. That's how I feel. She's got, if opinions are like assholes, then, because everyone's got one, an arsehole's always contain traces of shit in it. So all she does basically is that she's just a compost farmer in it, and she just shovels a lot of shit, and then people get involved and they just feel like, oh, she's saying the same thing, and and then they feel vindicated because someone's saying it, and they can. There's a lightning rod for whatever deep parts of like hate that people have for themselves. So again, it's all for commercial gain, man, and people just need to understand, man, that the social network is not society. And I think once people realize that, then yeah, maybe we'd be okay. Or because it's one of these things, man. It's like, you know, people had fire as technology and it changed our lives, and now people have social networks and they've not had it as long as fire. But we know fire cooks food, fire keeps us warm, but fire can burn and destroy in it. And we haven't had social networks that long, and people haven't even worked out what the long-term implications of it. Because, for example, I noticed, like, obviously the phenomena of like, I was since my younger cousins, like, you're always like, bruv, you don't even know what kind of planning and logistics and Pentagon level planning you needed to see the inside of a girl's bedroom when I was a teenager. Like, to coordinate like parents' shifts from work and coordinate like half days at school.
Bruv.
Make it coincide with her half day at school. Like getting other siblings at the house, like making sure that there's no neighbors and stuff. Like think about when you had to link a girl when you was a teenager and all the logistics you had to do, work at the trains and have to, because you didn't have a car.
Yep.
Bruv, 3 clicks of your thumb and you can see the inside of a girl's bedroom and her panty drawer, bruv, without even leaving your house. That's how easy kids have it now. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, in this whole sea of like voyeurism, then now you've got a generation of kids where it's like, they probably feel like they can't, because obviously the girls that are on Instagram and stuff like that, they're subject to patriarchy and stuff like that. And now it's like it's because they've seen what's on Instagram, because it's again being suggested to them, they can't even have an opinion unless they're showing their skin first.
Real talk.
And that's just a mad the world's becoming, man. But and it's a shift to a new reality, man. But you know, if people have this idea that everything's going to be utopia because we can be online and everything's going to be okay, then you're very much fucking mistaken, because technology and human evolution do not go at the same rate. Human evolution happens at a much, much, much slower rate. And people have this idea, even like when it comes to like internet dating and stuff, which they also know. They also know who you want to date, what kind of things you've done, how promiscuous you may be or may not be. And even to the point where like, well, it's almost like people are convinced that whatever issues they have in the real world can be negated when they go online. The people that are online are the same idiots you're meeting in all of your other normal social practices. It's not changing. So I just think people just need to understand, man, is that the social networking is just not society.